Believe it or not, most people's evening habits are secretly sabotaging their focus and recovery, and they have no idea. You can do everything right during the day, eat clean, work out, crush it at work, but if you mess up your evening, you're starting every single day at a biological disadvantage. Morning routines get all the hype, but let's be real. Your next day is decided the night before. The quality of your sleep literally dictates your hormones, your ability to learn, your mood, and how well your body recovers. So what if you could redesign the last few hours of your day to unlock deeper sleep, speed up muscle repair, and wake up with a brain that's sharper, clearer, and ready to take on the day? Today, I'm going to walk you through a science-backed evening routine that does exactly that. We'll break it down into a simple, actionable framework based on real biology. And you'll want to stick around, because the final step involves a simple technique that can slash the time it takes you to fall asleep. You can't just slam your laptop shut at 9 p.m. after a stressful day and expect your brain to instantly shift into rest mode. The shift from high alert, high focus mode to deep, restorative sleep needs to be a gradual descent, not a nosedive. Think of it like landing an airplane. You don't just cut the engines and fall out of the sky. You follow a careful sequence to bring the plane safely to the ground. Your evening routine is your landing sequence. Most people, however, fly their plane straight into a mountain. They stay glued to bright screens, eat late, and keep their minds buzzing with work and stress right up until their head hits the pillow. This is a recipe for disaster. It throws your body's natural rhythms into chaos, creating a hormonal mess that wrecks your sleep, slows recovery, and leaves you feeling foggy and unfocused the next day. So, why is this so critical? It all comes down to two key processes: regulating your hormones and cleaning your brain. First, hormones. In the evening, your body is supposed to be winding down production of the stress hormone, cortisol, while ramping up the sleep hormone, melatonin. Cortisol naturally peaks in the morning to get you going and should drop throughout the day. Melatonin does the opposite, rising as it gets dark to signal that it's bedtime. When you're scrolling social media or checking emails at night, you're artificially jacking up cortisol. At the same time, the blue light from your screens is actively suppressing your melatonin. This creates a hormonal tug-of-war where you feel both wired and tired, keeping you from the deep sleep you need. Second, brain cleaning. While you sleep, your brain runs a remarkable cleaning cycle. A network called the glymphatic system kicks into high gear, flushing out metabolic junk that builds up during the day. This process works best during deep sleep. Think of it as the brain's janitorial crew. When you shortchange your sleep, this cleaning crew can't do its job, leading to that brain fog feeling and, over the long term, potentially increasing the risk of neurodegenerative diseases. So, our mission is simple. Create an environment that helps our body do its job. We need to help it lower cortisol, produce melatonin, and set the stage for deep, uninterrupted sleep. To do that, we're going to use a simple four-phase framework: the shutdown, the dim out, the body prep, and the final descent. The first, and honestly, the most important phase of your evening routine starts long before you even think about bed. It's the shutdown. This is all about drawing a clear line between your stressful day and your restful night. For most of us, our minds are like a web browser with 100 tabs open. If you try to sleep with all those tabs running, your brain will just keep cycling through them. The first step is setting a work cutoff time. This is a non-negotiable appointment with yourself. It's when you officially stop all work. I don't just mean closing your laptop. I mean turning off work notifications on your phone and giving your brain permission to clock out for the day. This is tough, I know, but it's essential for signaling to your nervous system that it's safe to start winding down. Once you've unplugged from work, it's time to clear your mental cache with a brain dump. This is a simple technique that is surprisingly effective. Take 10 minutes with a physical pen and paper, not your phone, and write down everything that's on your mind. Your to-do list, your worries, random ideas, anything that's taking up space in your head. The physical act of writing these thoughts down has been shown in studies to reduce anxiety and bedtime worry. One study found that people who took just 5 minutes to write a to-do list for the next day fell asleep significantly faster. Your goal isn't to solve anything right now. It's just to get it out of your head and onto the paper. You're telling your brain, "I've got this handled. We can deal with it tomorrow." You can structure your brain dump however you want. A simple to-do list works great. Or you could try 2 columns, worries and next actions. A powerful addition is to end with a gratitude list. Writing down 3 specific things you were grateful for that day can shift your mindset from stress to appreciation, which is proven to improve sleep. This whole shutdown phase might only take 15 to 20 minutes, but the impact is huge. You're closing the open loops in your brain and taking back control of your thoughts instead of letting them control you. Now that your mind is starting to quiet down, it's time to deal with your external environment. Phase 2, the dim out, is all about using light and temperature to send powerful sleep signals to your brain. Your internal 24-hour clock, or circadian rhythm, is massively influenced by these 2 things. The biggest factor here is light. Specifically, we need to get away from blue light in the 2 to 3 hours before bed. Blue light, which blasts out of our phones, laptops, and LED bulbs, is basically public enemy number 1 for melatonin production. When your eyes see blue light at night, your brain gets confused and thinks it's still daytime. It slams the brakes on melatonin, which makes it harder to fall asleep and reduces the quality of the sleep you eventually get. So, how do we actually do this? First, set a no-screen hour before bed. This is a strict rule. For the last 60 minutes of your day, all screens are off. No more scrolling, no more one last episode. This single habit is one of the most powerful things you can do for your sleep. Even before that final hour, start dimming the lights in your home 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. You want your environment to feel more like a natural sunset. Switch off bright overhead lights and use warm, low-wattage lamps instead. If you have smart bulbs, program them to shift to a warm, red, or orange color in the evening. If avoiding screens completely feels impossible, you can use some tools to lessen the impact. Use the night mode on your phone or an app like f.lux on your computer to warm up the screen color. You could also try a pair of blue light blocking glasses in the hours leading up to bed. While the scientific evidence on their effectiveness is still a bit mixed, many people find them helpful. Just remember, the most proven method is always to turn the screens off. The second part of the dim out is temperature. To fall asleep, your core body temperature needs to drop by about 2 to 3 degrees Fahrenheit. You can help this process along by keeping your bedroom cool. Most sleep experts recommend a room temperature between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 15 to 19 degrees Celsius. It might feel a little cold at first, but a cooler room is proven to help you get more of the deepest, most restorative stages of sleep. By controlling your light and temperature, you're swapping the confusing, artificial signals of modern life for the natural cues that have guided human sleep for thousands of years. You're turning your bedroom from a bright, warm room into a cool, dark sleep cave. If you're finding these strategies helpful and want to keep learning how to work with your biology, not against it, take a second to hit that subscribe button for the Bio-Optimized channel and turn on notifications. We put out new videos every week to help you upgrade your health and energy, and your support helps us get this information to more people. With your mind calm and your room optimized, let's move to phase 3. The body prep. This is all about using nutrition, supplements, and even temperature tricks to get your physical body ready for rest. Let's start with nutrition. A huge rule here is to finish your last meal at least 3 hours before you go to bed. Eating a big meal too close to bedtime forces your digestive system to work overtime right when it should be powering down. This can raise your body temperature and cause blood sugar swings that can literally wake you up in the middle of the night. Next up, strategic supplements. These aren't magic pills, but they can be powerful allies. One of the most important minerals for sleep is magnesium. It's involved in over 300 processes in the body, including ones that calm the nervous system. Magnesium basically helps your rest and digest system take over from your fight or flight system. Since many people are deficient, supplementing in the evening can make a real difference. Another great one is L-theanine, an amino acid found in green tea. L-theanine is known for promoting a feeling of wakeful relaxation by boosting calming brain chemicals like GABA. It helps you wind down without making you drowsy. Combining magnesium and L-theanine can be a fantastic 1-2 punch for calming a racing mind. The final piece of body prep is a cool, counterintuitive biohack, taking a hot bath or shower before bed. I know, we just talked about needing to be cool for sleep. But here's the trick. When you soak in hot water, your body sends a rush of blood to your skin. When you get out, All that blood at the surface allows your body to radiate heat away from your core much faster. This rapid drop in core body temperature is a powerful sleep-inducing signal for your brain. The science points to this sweet spot. A hot bath or shower for about 10 to 15 minutes, taken 60 to 90 minutes before you plan to sleep. This timing gives your body a chance to cool down right as you're getting into bed. Alright, we're at the final, most sacred part of the routine. Phase 4. The final descent. This is the last 60 minutes before you close your eyes. As we said, the number one rule here is zero screens. This hour is for gentle, relaxing, analog activities only. So what do you actually do? Reading a physical book under a dim, warm light is a classic for a reason. It works. Choose something that's engaging, but not a nail-biting thriller. Listening is another great option. This could be a relaxing podcast, an audiobook, or some calm music. Think instrumental, ambient, or classical. Nothing with a high energy beat. This is also the perfect time for some gentle stretching or yin yoga to release the day's tension from your muscles. Focus on slow, deep stretches, breathing deeply into each one. And here's that powerful tool I mentioned at the beginning. Breathwork. A simple breathing exercise can instantly calm your nervous system. One of the most effective is the 4-7-8 method. It's simple. Inhale quietly through your nose for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 7 seconds, and then exhale completely through your mouth for 8 seconds. Repeat that 3 or 4 times. It acts like a natural tranquilizer for your nervous system. Finally, the most important element of all this is consistency. Going to bed and waking up at roughly the same time every day, yes, even on weekends, is the anchor for your circadian rhythm. Your body loves routine. When it knows what to expect, all those hormonal processes we talked about start to run like clockwork, making it easier to fall asleep and wake up feeling refreshed. Let's do a quick recap. Phase 1, the shutdown, where you set a work cutoff and do a brain dump. Phase 2, the dim out, where you kill the blue light and create a cool, dark room. Phase 3, the body prep, where you finish eating early, maybe use some targeted supplements, and take a hot bath. And Phase 4, the final descent, your screen-free hour with a consistent bedtime. Morning routines might give you a running start, but it's your evening routine that builds the foundation for the entire next day. Now, don't try to do all of this at once. You'll just get overwhelmed. Start with 1 or 2 things that feel doable. Maybe it's just the no-screen hour, or turning your thermostat down. Once that feels like a habit, add another piece. This isn't about adding another stressful checklist to your day. It's about building a smart, simple ritual that tells your body and mind that it's time for the vital work of rest and repair. Do that, and you'll unlock a level of energy and focus you might not have felt in years. Thanks for watching. If this gave you a new perspective on your evenings, hit that like button and share it with someone who's struggling with their sleep. And don't forget to subscribe to the Bio-Optimized channel for more science-backed strategies.